Yo, what's going on, Vikings fans? It is Skol side back again with another Minnesota Vikings video. Just want to say thank you guys so much for the support on the channel. I know I say this a lot, but I love the way we are growing, and I like the kind of community we're building. So shout out to you guys. Anyways, Vikings, Buccaneers this Sunday. I'm going to give you guys my personal top 5 X factors in the game. Pretty much my top 5 things I think are going to determine the outcome if the Vikings get a win or loss on Sunday versus the Buccaneers. Anyways, if you guys are new here, please subscribe to the channel. Really helps me a lot. Like, subscribing really helps me a ton. Leave a like on the video and comment down below. I respond to every single comment. Love to get you guys' insight on this. Anyways, Vikings, Buccaneers, top 5 X factors. Let's get into it. So the first X factor, I think it's pretty obvious. I think this X factor, I think it's just really, this is going to determine, like, mainly the outcome of the game. And that's if the Vikings can get pressure on Tom Brady. Now, Tom Brady this year, he's had a very up and down season. They've dropped 3 out of the last 4, 1-3 over the last 4. And Tom Brady, he's looked a little, not confused. He just doesn't look comfortable in the system he's playing in. And a lot of that has to do with the pressure that's put on him. Yes, I understand Tom Brady's a GOAT. However, we're playing 43-year-old Tom Brady. We are not playing New England Tom Brady. You know, his pocket presence has declined a little bit this year, and I think if Zimmer can somehow get consistent pressure, it doesn't even necessarily the Vikings need 5 sacks. I don't even know if they need 1. It's just consistent pressure to keep Brady uncomfortable. That's going to be the biggest outcome of this, or that's going to be the biggest deciding factor in this game. All right, and secondly, I think the next biggest X factor is the Vikings running game. And I take this on 2 accounts. One, if the Vikings are able to run the ball. I think that for some reason, something is telling me again that it's going to be very similar to Chicago, where he's getting 30 carries and he's only going to get around 100 yards, but we're going to keep trying to force him the ball, and I think he's eventually going to have to break one. And I think Dalvin, I think he's getting a little tired. I honestly do, and I don't blame him. I think he's lost a step from where he was against Green Bay. In Green Bay, he's still the best back in the league. He's still doing phenomenal. However, I just don't know if his legs can consistently keep up with 30-plus carries a game. I think they're going to keep trying to run him into that brick wall. And then the other factor is, why would you? Why would you keep running him into the brick wall? Like, I want to see the Vikings run game. If they look and they try to come out and maybe their running game's going for a little bit, then it just gets stonewalled. Are they going to continue to force Dalvin the ball, or are they going to say, hey, let's just beat him on the outside? We have other ways to pick up yards on first down, where it's a quick screen to wide receiver, maybe a screen to Dalvin, because you think about Tampa Bay's defense, and the way I think they're really beatable is through the screen game. You know, they got a bunch of pass rushers, a bunch of dudes that like to get upfield, and they get up the field, you throw a nice little screen behind them, and it's Dalvin versus a bunch of secondary guys. I'm taking my chances. My second X factor, pretty much, will Dalvin be able to cook? And if he's kind of stonewalled, will the Vikings continue to force him the ball? All right, my third X factor, it kind of hurts me to say this, but it's good or bad Kirk. You know, Kirk has had a really up and down year, but recently he's really proved a lot of us wrong. Kirk Cousins has been playing out of his mind since the bye. I think, yes, he's had a couple mistakes here and there, but he's been consistently a really good quarterback in the NFL. Now, I don't know if he'll be able to continue that. That's what the X factor is. Can Kirk continue the pace he's on and have a very similar game to he had against Chicago, or will he go back to the old Kirk in a big game? It's good or bad Kirk. Kirk-Sember, is that going to be a thing? We had Kirk-tober last year, Kirk-Vember this year. Can we rip off 2 months in a row of great Kirk Cousins football? That's going to be a huge X factor in this game. My fourth X factor is Tampa Bay's ability to run the ball. You know, Tampa Bay, they have been a really up and down running team, and it's the games they win, they run the ball really well. The games they lose, they don't run the ball at all. So I think the Vikings on first and second down, I think it needs to be heavy run blitz, and then if they do end up passing, you continue that blitz. First and second ground, they need to get aggressive. They need to get them in third and longs. They can't have them just get 5 yards a run, and then they might just run all over us. Because Ronald Jones and that offensive line, they're good. They are talented. I just don't know if they'll be able to run. I think Zimmer's got a game plan that he's going to come out and he's going to say they are not running the ball on first and second down. Get him in third and long. Then Zimmer can get creative. That's what we've seen with Zimmer in the past when we play good teams with statue quarterbacks. You stop that running game, and then you get creative with them on third down. Try to get a blitz, sack. The Vikings really, they don't have that many expectations on defense. You are just trying to get off the field once or twice a half. If they get 2 punts in the first half and 2 in the second, the Vikings have a really good chance of winning this game on Sunday. Anyways, I think Tampa Bay's ability to run the ball, I think that's going to play a huge factor into this game. All right, and my last X factor is the 50-50 ball. What I mean by this is the streak down the sideline, and either quarterback is lobbing it up to either set of wide receivers. Now, I believe the Vikings to be blitzing a lot on Sunday, so that means their DBs are going to have a ton of tough one-on-one matchups with Gronk, Mike Evans, Antonio Brown, Chris Godwin. I mean, it's crazy that I'm saying those 4 are on the same team together. If you told me that like 3 years ago, I'd be like, what the actual hell are you talking about? But they're on the same team together. Vikings DBs, Harrison Smith, Eric Kendricks in coverage when he's there. They're going to need to have a really good game. Now, vice versa on the Tampa Bay side of the ball, I think Justin Jefferson, I think you need to throw him 3 or 4 50-50 balls today. Because where they are susceptible on defense, they have a very young secondary, and they can be beat over the top. I would go give Justin Jefferson his 50-50 balls, and then we will see what happens. Anyways, guys, those are my 5 X factors for this Sunday versus Buccaneers. Leave a like on the video, comment down below, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace. Skol Vikes.